Impress us with your answer or take a shot. You have 20 seconds. If you could choose any person in history to be president right now, who will it be? Starting now.
Martin Luther King Jr., Black Power.
Final answer?
Yes. I hate that. Y'all hating if y'all don't. Yeah. If not him, I say Malcolm X. Black Power.
I like it.
I like it, but it's just like, obviously.
Who cares? It's Black History Month. You a hater.
Exactly.
You a hater.
I can't say no because it's Black History.
Who would you pick?
Huh?
Who would you pick?
I'm not turning on nobody.
Yeah.
That's your question.
Man, who would you pick?
I'll answer.
Everybody in history.
I wouldn't say no because he was an adulterer, but I like Bill Clinton, so I can't not support the black man doing the same thing. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. I'll be right.
He took enough shots. It was a good answer.
Let these niggas have it.
I don't love it. I'll say that. Yeah. I certainly don't.
He didn't impress us.
Hater.
Is that what we're saying? He
Hater.
I'm certainly not impressed.
I did it for the Black History Month.
I'm certainly not impressed.
You're taking a shot.
That's for sure.
Yeah, that's
it just feels like a cop-out. That's what it feels like for me.
Y'all wanted me to pick somebody white so bad.
No.
Just say that. Y'all wanted me to pick somebody.
If you would have said P. Diddy, I might have respected that.
Bro, no.
Honestly,
Ski. He's a ski.
Nigga said MLK Jr., bro.
Bro, he wanted peace and he wanted everybody to be equal, everybody to be cool. Who you know embodied that philosophy? Name somebody else.
Barack was so violent that one.
Barack was already president though, too. You can't say that.
Shit, you might want to run that shit back.
You know, these millennials with their opinions and their podcasts, every one of them has podcasts nowadays. Hey, no one cares about your opinion, buddy. Alright? I'm here to tell you. I don't care what you think about love or sex, politics or religion, or how you're socioeconomic, blah, blah, blah.
Psych.
Save it for someone who cares.
They should know better than ours. Respectful.
This is another Millennial Podcast. I am another Millennial Podcast host. I go by the name of Nick Teasy, aka Young Tizzer. Shout out to my boy Wizard, aka LaPod James, aka Big Homie Young Segway Son. I got a couple co-hosts with me here with me today.
Alright, yeah, it's your boy Carlos, Lucifer, Cars, man who earns his nicknames. Moving on.
What's goody is Ace B, aka AC Montana, Ace B the God. You know what I'm saying? Hotep AC in the building all day.
And Grizo.
Which one is it? I always forget. There you go.
At that point, you're supposed to just let it rock. It wouldn't be a good intro without us having some miscues. Would it? You know what I mean? Sometimes you just got to lean into what the pod is giving you, man. So how's everybody doing today?
I mean, we still got Jay Zulu.
Oh, shit. My bad, dog.
Bro, come on. You can't be forgetting about me, man.
My bad, man. We got young Jennifer Zulu in the building, a.k.a.
Humble Dev, a.k.a. D Breezy, feel me? You already know the vibes, man.
Forgettable as fuck, obviously.
Hey, ever since I saw that Kanye documentary, I've been saying, like, anytime I see a person do an interview, I respect the fuck when they grab the mic from somebody. And I feel like that's what you just did. When I was about to try to get your AKAs, you jumped in like, nah, nigga.
Word.
I respect that. That's some Kanye shit. I respect that.
And we got Aces Forever Amped in the building.
We got the Forever Amped in the flesh. Acting like she's shy, but she a big force in the life of some others.
I'm trying to tell you.
Shout out to him. How's everybody doing today?
I'm doing great. I got two bright lights shining at me, you know, the camera lights, Ace's bright smile because her baby here.
Oh, man, I thought you were talking about me.
Nah, man, you're the darkness in my life. I love it.
Is it weird I take that as a compliment still?
You should. That was supposed to be. I knew you would.
I feel like everybody needs that friend that makes you comfortable with dark shit.
Yeah.
Anyways, how's everybody else doing?
Fucking awesome, bro.
I love to hear it.
How you doing, bro?
I was about to say I'm doing great as well. Thank you, man. Too good to complain, not good enough to be complacent.
I gotta say, I don't think the rest of the pod cares about how you doing. I think I'm the only one that ever asked.
I mean, you honestly are. You honestly are. I try not to take it personal, but I have been keeping
I
score.
think you should, though.
He just beat everybody to the punch.
What episode is this? 37 and
37
on some of y'all.
On some of these niggas.
Nigga, what are these niggas? Me, I'm niggas, ass nigga.
Some of these niggas.
I was really just trying to bait Los into a nigga.
I feel it.
Last day of Black History Month. Big shout out to that, man. I really wish this is like the first Black History Month as well, where I really don't feel like I learned a lot of Black history facts. This is really like the first one. It definitely wasn't
in my face like that.
And I feel like Twitter in particular always make it a point to just talk random shit about, or just say random shit about random people. But it was like that for like the first week, and then after that, I ain't hear shit. It was actually just a lot of bad shit, like black people doing dumb shit.
I seen the fire ass post on Facebook today about some of the first people in like folk rock and another type of rock. You know what I'm saying? But it was all black people. It was Prince. It was Little Richard. You know what I'm saying? Like originators of the musical genre. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to us for having that shit for real.
Y'all always won.
Been
music.
A musical.
Music is a fucking like you guys have always taken over that. Like I love that. I love rap more than I love my Latino shit. Yeah.
I wanted to say, man, can we name a genre that we didn't start? But there are several. It's just all the best ones are made by black people.
Yeah.
And I think my Black History fact, if we were potting last year, right? And during Black History,
Yeah.
we probably started. I think my Black History fact last year was that some black people started hockey. Some black Canadians.
Word?
Don't fact check me. Just trust me. Just trust me, it's true.
Black Canadians.
They out there.
We invented everything, bro.
I believe it.
So anybody,
I might just be tempted to say it just so I can give you that Black History fact. I'm ready for that.
I don't know. People always say that we invented shit, and I always want to believe it, but I don't know. I feel like anything that's old, I feel like people just attribute to black people discovering. Like they say we discovered astronomy and like all the Africans, and when they used to do the hieroglyphics and shit, they used to like talk about the stars and the constellations, and they used to study it and all that.
I mean, it's definitely.
I thought you was,
and I believe it.
It's definitely a science to the shit. You know what I'm saying? And we was doing the shit. So like, I don't see why we wouldn't. We taught a lot of them. You know what I mean? We taught the Galileos and the Plato's and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Let her learn you something. That was gonna be my shit. like any of the great math magicians of the early times, scientists, like they studied in Africa before they brought it back to Greece. Before they brought it back to Rome, they learned from African nations.
Shout out to that, man. Whole lot of gang shit.
And one thing that I love to see is a post that circulates around Black History Month every year is the teacher. She decorate her door, and she let them know, because I didn't learn this shit to college, bro. I remember, shout out to Dr. Georgia and Thomas, Clark Atlanta University. But when they were enslaving our people in Africa, they wasn't enslaving like slaves. They were enslaving doctors, construction workers, all these other careers. They was enslaving these type of people.
You can't really enslave a slave, can you?
That's what I'm saying. Like, slavery is a condition of it. It's not who they were. Mm-hmm. That's the identity that we have attributed to
placed on them. Yeah.
Attributed to them today. But they were doctors. They was fucking nurses, engineers, scientists. They was all of these different healers, you know what I'm saying? And they were the ones who got enslaved. And when they came over here, what they do, started inventing shit that made it easier for our condition over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would a white man invent the cotton gin? He not out here picking cotton. We is.
You know who got the most road rage? White people. You know who invented the stoplights? Black
I'm gonna take a shot. I was looking for the rim shot. That was a good one, Lo.
Yeah, that was funny.
You gotta get.
Where this one at?
I hope you brought an umbrella.
It's raining cold, hard facts up in here.
Boy, when you on, you on. So shout out to all that, man. I was just spouting Black History facts as fucking Black History historians. Anybody got it amped up? Anybody amped up about anything this week?
Yeah, so let me let y'all know. It is in process of being built. I'm almost at 99%. I've done a few test runs. It clearly lubricates the pussy, but it's not at the point of destroying. So we're getting there. I'll let y'all know a little bit more.
Fucking niggas, bro.
I'm sorry. This is about the machine I'm building to destroy all the pussy I can. Okay.
So I got it amped up. As today is February 28th, I am now 2 days away from starting Lent. And, like, this kind of ties into my last amped up about being 32. And
We still got another fucking day?
Mhm.
I did not ration my shit correctly.
Oh, Lent starts the 2nd. But, yeah. I kind of was acting like it pretty much starts tomorrow. But, yeah, it's actually on Thursday or Wednesday,
Why
whatever it
it
is.
start on the 2nd?
It starts different times every year.
Yeah, it's just 40 days, really 44 days away from before Easter. So that's
and
all.
it follows Jesus' period. So whatever that was, and it keeps going. Kept counting the cycles.
So yeah, man, Lent coming up this year, and related to what I was saying last pod about just being older and like trying to figure out myself and these new things that I'm into. I'm really actually looking forward to this Lent. And
You're probably the biggest Lent liquor I know. So, like, what are you looking forward to?
no. And that's what I was trying to like figure out how I want to word. But it's definitely the rediscovery. And I don't know if y'all feel me on this. So that's why I was kind of hesitant to say it, because I feel like I don't want to go out super deep and
I'm joining you
at the
this
beginning
Lent.
of the pod.
Like, I'm joining you this Lent.
Okay.
So it's like, I don't know if I'm giving up as much as you, but I'm just gonna do it.
I encourage it.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm trying to get into that, like, not into the whole religious aspect of it, but as a form of learning a bit of self-control for myself. I think it'll be a positive experience at the end.
I think, the self-control, the discipline, all that are definitely big positives of it. But I think the underlying silver lining, man, is you get to just figure out other things that you like. And what I was going to say is, as I'm getting older and really trying to rediscover myself and really, like, challenge myself, as I mentioned to you just off pod before, like, really trying to figure out what the fuck do I like as an old head, bro.
Do you find yourself leaning more towards, like, new things or the things you used to like?
Great question. I was going to say I find myself just doing things out of habit and doing things because I've been doing them for so long and because I know that I like it. But I find myself trying to just go back toward old things that I knew I liked. And I find that I had a lot of interest. And so during Lent, when you can't do certain things that you really love, you got to do other things that you essentially really love. You make time for it because you didn't used to. I don't know. All that, man.
No, I mean, I like talking about it because it gives me something to look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't know what to expect.
Yo, TZ, I can definitely say, like, all these years of knowing you, like, you have been doing Lent every fucking year consistently. And that shit is inspirational as a friend to watch, because I do see the discipline. And it's like, this is somebody who's in my inner circle, you know what I'm saying? So I'm watching him be disciplined in X, Y, and Z, whatever it is that he may be giving up. Even if he, fall off the boat a little bit, it's the fact that you made the effort to even do it.
Yeah.
Because I know me, like, I don't really be trying to give up shit if I ain't got no absolute reason to give it up. You know what I mean? But it's dope.
I appreciate that.
So what are you giving up?
This year I'm giving up weed, liquor, social media, and TV.
No TV?
No TV. And what I always try to do is give up, my favorite things, but I always find cheat codes. So like usually I usually give up weed every year, but I'll usually drink during that time. So this is my first year really giving up drinking and smoking. And then, like a couple years ago, I tried to give up sex. That was like the biggest utter fail of my Lent ever. Like that is actually one that I was like, yo, I really don't feel like I can do this. That was actually kind of.
That was last year, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't last year. This was like 2019 though. It was really actually a kind of like depressing moment for me because I really felt like I could not do
I
it.
feel like I was already here. That might have been 2020. I feel like I was here for that.
Nah, I don't think I did it in 2020. Yeah, but
Whatever.
yeah. If I wasn't dating someone this year, like I was really gonna say I'm not gonna date or have sex again this year. I was gonna at least try again, but I don't feel like that would be fair to her. But yeah, like again, and usually I would have a lot of anxiety leading up to it because it's like, man, I'm not gonna be able to do all these things, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. But this year in particular, maybe because I found that shit that I wanted to finish writing, like I'm really looking forward to just like figuring the fuck out what else am I into, man. I don't know if y'all heard me last pod, but I had said, like, I really feel like I don't know. I'm not as confident as who I am anymore. And that's the main thing I feel like I'm looking forward to this pod. Or this Lent. Yeah. Like, what the fuck? Like, who are you, bruh? Like, who is... Because I feel like such a different person, dog. And I hate to keep harping on this, but, dog, 32 feels different than 22.
Definitely.
Like, it just feels different. And I don't know if it's too much in my head, but 30s feels different than 20s. Does anybody else find that to be true? Like,
I definitely feel,
of course,
it's different. Like,
do you feel like a different person though? Because I do.
I hit
feel
my
like
30s.
Totally different.
Every year in my 20s, I felt like I was 23. Every year in my 20s, I felt like 23. After I hit 30, it's like, nigga, you here. I really feel 30. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling the whole upset with myself because I didn't make certain moves in my 20s. You know what I'm saying? But I thought I had so much time my whole entire 20s.
Yeah.
No, I definitely feel different. I'm a different person. I'm built different now. Like, I'm still the same motherfucker, but the younger me would consider me in a different class. Consider me now in a different class. Like, I consider my younger me a youngin' now.
Yeah,
I can't relate to my younger self as much.
We aunties and uncles now.
Yeah.
Man, it's crazy I say that because it's like at 20, I feel like I'm in my prime. I feel like, man, I'm ready
Shut
for
the fuck up.
whatever.
We in our prime. We in our prime.
like-
You don't even know. You can't even rent a car, bruh.
I gotta disagree.
I can't, but it's like, I just feel like at 20, it's like, I got a long way to go. So it's like at 20, I should just enjoy this right now and just do things that's out my comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? Just do stuff that I would never do. But it's like just for the experience and just because, just to learn and just
I think that should be
grow.
in general thing, not a not in a decade thing.
Some people be scared to do that though.
But especially since you don't have no attachments, like nothing that's holding you down. Like niggas ain't got kids. You probably got some bills or whatever, but you know, you not stuck paying no fucking mortgage plus all these other fucking bills. Like, go fucking travel, bro.
Facts, yeah.
And, he really may be in his prime for his life where he at right now. You
Right
know what
now.
I'm saying? Like, this might be the best that you've ever been.
Yeah.
And I was going to say, I always thought my 30s would be my prime, but I don't feel like my prime.
Bro.
I don't feel like I don't know how y'all feel. I don't feel like my prime.
My 20s was fucking lit, bro. I feel like my prime was my 20s. You know what I'm saying? A new me, though. A new me has to enjoy that prime for my 30s. I feel like I'm not going to hit it till about 34, 35, though.
For like, I swear, my 20s was fucking lit too. And I had my 20s prime, but it ain't got shit on my 30s prime. And my 30s just started.
Yeah, I always thought my prime would be 35.
Yeah, same.
So let's think about this in a different way, though. As I said, like, his prime may really be right now because that's where he is in life. This might really be the best of his life.
Yeah.
You got 32 years. Let's just say we are 31, 32. Would you say 31, 32, this is the best that you've ever been?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would?
Nah.
I say not me. I don't feel that way.
Nah.
I'm gonna say, but how could you feel that way when you keep getting older and you keep getting wiser? Like, how could you?
Because that don't necessarily mean you're getting better. You know what I mean? That might just mean that you're more aware of the fucking up that you're doing.
So
Fucked up shit that you're doing.
So you don't feel like 40-year-olds or 50-year-olds better than you, or like got a little thing over to you?
Bro,
it's
I
not
know
automatic.
some 40 and 50-year-olds who ain't got no sense, bro. Not a lick of sense. Not a lick of fucking sense.
But they got
bro.
stuff to show for it, like what
Barely.
their assets looking like. And
They in the
have.
same position as me.
Right.
But they got more knowledge.
They got a 20-year difference doing the
might not.
same job as me.
I'm not saying everybody do, but some people do have that.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
But that's what I'm saying.
It's what I'm saying is though, it's not about age. Like,
Yeah.
and I don't even think it's about wisdom. It's like you might know better, but if you don't actually do better, which is where I think you getting back to assets and ownership, and we talking about like where what you were initially talking about was wisdom and being wiser and smarter. But if you ain't really doing shit, and like I was saying, if you just know like, yo, I could be doing this, or I'm fucking up with this, but you don't actually do anything, which I think is a different thing, and that's not age based. That's just a person choosing to follow through. That's going to determine if you really at your best or not. You know what I'm saying?
Everyone got their choices.
I'm happy for y'all that y'all feel like y'all at y'all best though. I'm kind of hating.
I think upon like listening and like you guys say you had a really lit 20s. I think I had lit 20s, but I for sure know you probably had more lit 20s than I did. I don't know your life as much, but like I think that goes to explain why you don't feel like your 30s is like that. Like I don't know, you probably was hella athletic in your teens and 20s. You're finally feeling the creaking in your bones. I've had that since I was 19, bruh. And now my bones is feeling stronger than ever.
You're speaking facts about me though.
And for me personally, I kind of always knew I would like the way I look was not meant for like biddies like in the 20s. Like I know I'm gonna look fine as fuck in my later 30s, 40s. Like when dudes started to get ugly, that's when I'm gonna start getting good looking. And now I'm just growing into that, and I know it.
Shout out to that. I probably do look my best, but I ain't my best. I don't know. Specifically, I feel less ambitious, and that's why I think I
You was
like,
talking
not
about
my
that
best.
like a pot or two ago.
Yeah, man. Like I'm just not as hungry to like achieve shit as I used to be, dog.
I think because you already achieved a lot.
But it's a lot I didn't achieve.
Not everything you wanted. But
Like it's probably still more that I didn't achieve that I did achieve. You know what I'm saying? And I think I really feel bad about that.
But there's never an age where you can stop achieving what you want to achieve, though. Because you see people who 50 and 60, it took that long for them to achieve it. You just got to keep going, though, every day. Just take it a day at a time. For real.
Yeah, I hear that.
yeah, you
One
could be.
of the
You could be.
things-
Go ahead.
I was gonna say one of the things that I miss from my 20s is I traveled the fucking lot. I remember one day like just getting a refund check. Me, my best two of my good friends from college or whatever. We just was like, fuck it, let's go. We hit every state on the South all the way to Texas. Came back, you know what I'm saying? Like just on some willy-nilly shit, you know. I miss not having so many responsibilities where I can be young, wild, and free like how I used to be in college. Now I got to be all careful and cautious and, you know, you don't want to do too much. You might lose this shit or you might lose that shit. Like,
For me, like I had similar experiences, but that was all based off of like other people's fortunes, and I got to have fun with them. Now I'm approaching an age where I can create those moments.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I have responsibilities, but I'm starting to set myself up to be in a position to be able to have the lit life that I know I want, and that I know I didn't particularly get the full experience that I wanted in my 20s or teens. I think I don't know. I'm not trying to shit on y'all. I'm just really happy about my place in life.
Shout out to it. I mean, I don't think you should feel like you're shitting on us by just speaking your truth.
Right.
I don't take it personal. But I do got to follow up with another non-prime question for my non-prime member. How do you feel about not being in your prime? Cause I don't like it. Yeah, I think it's like life, bro. You're not always gonna have the best year of your life every year. So it's like I should be able to accept it, but
Bro,
I'm not taking it well.
The one thing that I've always like went back to and tried to use this to deal with myself gracefully is that exceptional people have exceptional highs and exceptional lows.
My ears are tingling. Say all of that again.
Exceptional people have
Go back a little further. I like the word graceful. The way you used it, it was all nice.
I do. I really try to deal with myself gracefully. You know what I'm saying? Not be too hard on myself, but also at the same time, like, I know sometimes I need a fire lit under my ass as well. You know? But for the most part, exceptional people have exceptional highs and exceptional lows. The lows that I done been through, they some of the lowest things that I've ever had to go through. You know what I'm saying? But the highs that I done went through too, like, you can tell me I wasn't on top of the world. You get what I'm saying? So like that's just a part of being exceptional. That's just a part of that character trait.
And recognizing that as growing up.
Yeah. And also it's a flow to life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everything's not linear. Everything's not circular.
It can't be.
It's gonna move.
It's you're just there. It's what it is at the moment, because like it really ain't, like you saying, it's not on a positive slope. It's not on a negative.
Right.
Like it's really like scribbled up lines. If you're gonna explain life in lines, it's just scribbles. And you're just at a certain point.
But sometimes it'd be like how you make it, like the stuff that you do on a daily basis, how
Of
you
course.
eat, how you live your life, and what you do.
Draw any scribble. How you make it is literally how you're viewing it. It can be a positive slope every single time, as long as you rotate it.
You might have to explain that one for me.
Like all right, mathematically, I'm gonna do it for the camera. A positive slope is like that.
Going up.
Yeah, like from left to right, it's going up.
So a scribble.
And a scribble, whatever, is just going whatever. But if you're just taking that section of a scribble, and let's say it's like this or like that, you can just tilt it like this. It's just what the metaphor is. You're changing your point of view to make that slope a positive one.
I got you. I'm curious. I feel like I've always thought about being in the prime of my life and when it's going to be, and making sure I have, successfully consecutive great years. I'm curious, do y'all think about like that type of thing? I know you said you thought your prime would be at 35. You thought when your prime may be, but in your life where it is now, do you think about like if you're getting better, worse, if you're having the best time, the worst time of your life? I always think about stuff like that, and I'm curious if other people do.
I think
yeah, definitely. Yeah, like, well, just me personally at 20, just who I be around in the work environments that I be in, like every environment that I be in, I always just try to grow and I always try to learn and hear different stories of like how people went in their life. So it's like, okay, I learned the mistakes, I learned the highs, I learned the lows. So it's like I just move accordingly to try to do what I can to improve as a person, and just the knowledge that I know in this world to just succeed and just be better every day.
So yours I think is definitely different because you're only a dub, and I think it's easy to be better than you were when you were. Well, I might be presumptuous when I say that, but I was gonna say it's easy to say I'm better than I was at 18 because 18 I was in high school, 19 I was in college.
But not
I got exposed to some shit.
Because people who 18 and then from like 18 to like 20 to 22 or 23, they don't have nothing to show for it. They don't amount to nothing because the stuff that they do, they may be at their mom's house, not working, being lazy, doing this and doing that, not really working to what they're supposed to be working towards. So they have nothing to grow for. They just was just playing, just wasting their time. But people who on it, you can grow in 1 year. You can be from 18 and 19, be a millionaire, be this and be that. It's just about how you take it and what you do every day. That's just how I look at it. So I feel like time is precious, and I'll be like 20. Yeah, I'm young, but like I hate when people tell me like, "Oh, you got young, you got so much time." Like, no, because it's like, you know what I'm saying? Every day is precious. Every single day, every moment you spend, you just gotta work to your goal a little bit.
You know what makes me realize that you are young?
Why?
People still tell me that. I'm still young. I still got time.
It don't feel like you got time. It just never felt you got time.
It never feels that way because you're putting on that ludicrous pressure on yourself for no reason. I mean, you want to better yourself. I'm a person that believes that I'm always in the place where I'm supposed to be in life. It's just I may not always be happy about it.
Kind of deep.
So, like what was your question? Like that led up to this?
Do you judge your life based on better or worse? How it's been? If I'm my best, my worst.
And in terms of my prime, so it's like I think I recognize that I'm approaching my prime if I'm not already there. It's because I was never really like recognizing the great intensities of greatness and depression in your life, like being able to recognize that more easily can really happen when you're in a place in your life to be able to worry about that kind of shit. Because if you out here worried about bills, real life problems and things like that, it's hard to recognize a good time in your life, even if you are in that place.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I might be in a good place. Like if I might look at myself subjectively or I don't know which word to use ever, but if I look at myself from an outside point of view, I may be in a good place my entire life. I was just never conscious enough to be able to recognize that, and I'm just taking it like shit because I'm thinking I can be in a better place, but really I'm supposed to be where I'm at.
Ask your question one more time.
How do you a better way to ask it is, how do you look at your life and compare where you are now to where you have been? Like, do you look at it in terms of I am better than I was at X amount or X point? Am I worse? You know what I mean? Am I getting better? Am I getting worse? Am I at my best? Am I at my worst? Do you think of it
I think we kind of touched
terms?
on this last part when we was talking about, comparison and comparing our life to others or whatever like that. If I look back on 30s me versus 20s me, there are some things that I'm way more proud of that I did in my 20s, or that I felt like I was a lot more confident, a lot more free-spirited, a lot more I don't give a fuck, like, you know what I'm saying, and willing to try new things. Versus in my 30s, like I said, more cautious, more concerned, more fearful when I make certain moves that I know 20-year-old me would have been like, fuck that shit, let go. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as good or bad, like I said, this phase of my life, I'm really trying to deal with myself gracefully. That's the biggest thing that I think I gained from therapy, because we be out here trying to be so strong and trying to overcome all of these obstacles just to get past the obstacle, versus learning a lesson that you're supposed to learn from it to prevent this obstacle from happening again. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with it.
You got an answer, Grizo? It's a weird question, huh? Everybody gonna ask me to re-say it. How do you look at your life, and do you compare yourself now to yourself at any point? Is the most simple way to ask.
Yeah, no. And so the reason I was the most quiet during this time, because my answer is probably like the most boring answer, because it's like, so like for me, prime has been a stretch of time. I've been in my prime since about like 25, and I always say this.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say 15.
Hell no.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say 15. Oh, I was about to get mad. Like, we're gonna be skip him.
No, you always think that you've been a prodigy. It's like, nobody said that shit. Nah, but since about like 25. So it's like, for me, it's been
It's a long stretch.
yeah,
That's a good stretch.
I go through phases and periods where it's like I try to live my life a little differently, and I pursue different interests, but I also try to move a little bit different, to where it's like I just try to take lessons from the experiences. Like for me, I'm trying to think how has my life changed. Like,
And let me make the question a little harder, if I may. Compare your 25 from 25 till now. That prime versus now. Like, I guess any prime in that time. Like,
To me, it's the same though.
It's all the
It's
same?
like life is not linear, but mine has kind of been linear, and not even necessarily linear like progressive up. It could still be linear like just steady, like horizontal. Because it's like at 25, I was in a good place, and then I started making decisions in life just for the sake of doing it or just for the experience of it. Like I was good where I lived, but I said, let me just move to another city just because. I didn't have to move. I wasn't really highly motivated to, but I just did. When I was in my 20s, I was like doing shit like fuckboy shit. Like I was dating like 4 girls at a time. And then I just stopped and was like, let me just not date anybody. And then I was like, let me do a committed relationship. Like for me, it wasn't necessarily a growth thing. It was I deliberately chose to live a certain way to get the experience. And then for me, the experience it increases your perspective for me. It's increased my perspective and gave me more knowledge. But I don't know if it's been a progressive thing. It's just an eye-opening experience for me. Did that make sense?
That prodigy privilege. You can choose the experiences you want.
That's why my answer's work. I'm pretty steady. And I say 35 would be my peak, though. I always envision that.
Do you see a decline then?
Sound like you said it.
That's why it's boring, because I said I haven't seen a decline. I remember having a conversation with him before, and he probably won't remember. But I said, my life has been so consistent and steady at a pace that I'm expecting something bad to happen to me. Oh, yeah. And at that point, I said, at this point, the way my life has been going for so long, it would have to be something health related.
Or, right, and
then my mom knew I said that. And she said, that's why I told you not to be saying that shit. Because you be speaking stuff into existence.
Manifesting
and God
that shit.
Right. But I'm like, nah, it's been a long-ass stretch of nothing really happening to me. That's the only thing that can happen that's outside of my control at this point.
Yo, no lie. When I was young, right, real young, and subscribing to Christian beliefs, I can remember praying to God one day like, yo, I don't have no testimony. Nothing bad never happens to me. Like, I ain't even break no bones or nothing. Like, like, what am I going to do? Nobody's going to listen to me. Nobody's going to want to follow me. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, as I, left that religion per se, that's still a memorial time, a memorable time in my life, for the simple fact that, like you said, I ain't never went through shit, you know what I'm saying? But now life hitting my ass. Life be hitting my ass hard as fuck. And it's like, bills, motherfucker. Goddamn car insurance, motherfucker. All this shit gonna hit you, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I do feel stronger and more prepared to handle this shit than I felt in my 20s. You know what I'm saying? That shit build character. It builds strength when you go through shit. So,
real shit.
What I hear y'all saying is, or at least the way I'm taking it, is that old adage that comparison is the thief of joy. Because I don't hear y'all saying like y'all compare yourselves to y'all younger selves like I do. You know what I'm saying? And like you just kind of accept where you are and you try to progress and attain your goals and such. But I'm the only nigga out here thinking about, man, where was I at 22? Am I really better than 30 at 32?
Because I guess I would want to understand
how ambitious as I was.
How are you measuring? Like, what's the measurement for 32-year-old Teezy versus 25-year-old Teezy to be like, nah, I was in my prime then and not now? Like, what's different?
Yeah, I guess if you gave us a measurement, then we could probably...
Oh, I'm definitely less ambitious, bruh. Like, 25-year-old Teezy, I guess, has so much to prove to himself that it's certain things I just had to do, and I had to live like, yeah, I did. Okay. I did. And that's what I was like, to your point and to my point, it's no point in comparing yourself to that person because that person had different motivations. Like, the things that motivated that person, I kind of achieved. Like, the thing that I don't want to say brag about, but I am really, really proud of, bro, I bought a house at 22. I started renting that bitch out at 23. I moved out and started renting that bitch out as a real landlord at 29. That was my goals in my 20s. That's all I really wanted to do. Now I need to do it again, and I need to repeat that process over and over and over. But what am I trying to? I don't need to prove it to myself. You know what I mean? Even when I was trying to like rent it out with the tenant, like that was such a long, arduous process. That was like a real challenge, but I did it, and now it's like, now what?
Yeah.
And I'm so motivated myself by like I gotta prove it to myself. I gotta prove it to myself. I always gotta prove shit to myself. And in my 30s, I don't have anything to prove to myself, and now I feel unmotivated, bruh.
Yeah.
I guess I'm glad I talked about this because that's really the answer. I just feel so unmotivated because I don't have anything to prove to myself. And it sounds so cocky and like self-reassured, but it's like, it's really actually saddening for me.
And to me, I hear freedom. That sounds like joy.
I'm gonna say that's what you
It's
did.
like
That's
it's
what
mad
you wanted
fucking
to
freedom.
do.
Yeah.
Specifically.
You're free from all like restraints and superficial shit.
And that would be great. But then the next step is, what do I do with that? I sit and watch TV all day. I smoke and I chill and talk shit with Los.
But you have a good
I
life.
would.
I do.
Say,
And I wake up and I don't start work till like 10. I be sleep. I wake up, I work for like 2 hours, take a nap, work again, then I'm off. So it's like it's really, really good, but it's really, really like boring and like really, really.
But you live comfortably though.
Yep. And that was my goal.
A lot of people can't even say that about themselves. And in the jobs they live and the way that they live, they can't say that.
I would definitely say this. Like, I also don't feel the progress because in my 30s, I'm making more money than I ever seen in my 20s, right? But it don't feel like shit because I have all these goddamn responsibilities. Like, so it don't even feel like I'm hitting on nothing. But again, comparison is the thief of joy.
Mm-hmm. Definitely making the most I ever made, but I don't feel the richest I ever felt.
You on your Thanos shit. Was it worth it?
Honestly, though, the best time ever was when it was me, you, and Wiz in the house. That was like because I didn't have the most money, but I definitely was the most happy. Like really just with the homies and really just making music, being creative. I had a real job, but I could still do whatever. And it was just like, I don't know. It was just different. And it was.
I think because you still had your goals to look forward to completing.
Yeah. I guess the point
And
of
it's
all
like
this.
now you have the same goals that you've already done. It's like playing the same game over and over again. Like you're just doing it faster this time.
Yeah.
And it's like
That's a really good analogy.
I concur.
Because, like you said, you want to repeat the process and shit, but you really do have to do it faster if you want to feel like you're doing some shit. It shouldn't take you 5, 6, 7 years.
Because if it takes longer, then it's just like you must have just got lucky the first time.
And that is facts. That is actual factual. Indeed, man. So yeah, shout out to that, man. I'm glad you're doing Lent this year as well. My boy DJ said he was thinking about doing it as well. So I'm glad that I'm influencing people to do it because I really do think it's dope.
Man, fuck you. I did it on my own decision.
Good. But one last thing. I wanted to make Lent my amped up because I really don't feel like I ever talk about Lent. Like I tell y'all I'm doing it, but I never really talk about it. But I do really, 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 really advocate for it. Obviously, because I've been committed to it for half my life now. But I just think it's like, it's self-discovery, bruh. It's self-discovery, man. I always discover new shit. I can tell you, like, so many of my interests I developed during Lent because I couldn't do the things that I'm so used to doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'll admit, I like couple prank videos. Found that during Lent. All those people who be doing, like, YouTube and shit, the people that I really fuck with, I all found them during Lent. Certain books that I've read, podcasts, like, all this shit I found during Lent.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Anyways.
You gotta kill one, fuck one, marry one. A crackhead, a meth head, or a cokehead.
Okay, a crackhead, a meth head, and a cokehead.
Which one do you do? Which one?
He listed the order. I gotta name which ones I want to do in that order.
You gotta specifically say it.
Why do I? He said order.
For the camera.
Why are we so bad at this?
No, he got it. He got
Right,
it.
that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying.
Killing the first, he's killing the...
Yeah, he said kill, fuck, marry.
He's just not familiar with the game, but typically a person will say, kill crackhead, marry cokehead.
How they making it too complicated on themselves? Just make it easy. I gave me 10 seconds though. That's what you get when you give me 10 seconds.
Which one did you marry?
I just said the same order that he said.
Which one? I just want to say to him. They're all bad.
Yeah.
So I just want to see what you picked out of all of them.
Kill, fuck, marry. You know,
Kill, fuck, marry. So he chose to kill. I don't remember the order.
Yeah, see.
I guess we won't know until the episode comes out.
Kill the crackhead, fuck the meth head,
He's gonna marry
the cokehead.
Cokehead is way more functional anyway.
I got that off the corner of the table. I'm gonna put
Who did I kill? I killed the meth head?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like meth anyway. See, I did it in the right order, though.
Oh, no, you killed the crackhead.
I killed the crackhead?
You killed the crackhead. You might need a crackhead every now and then.
Word. As I said, nah, I would have fucked the crackhead.
Yeah, you killed the crackhead. The meth head, you're fucking.
My girlfriend said hello, everybody.
Greetings.
How's it going? Alright, so.
We bike. Excuse me.
We back.
You ever seen the South Park episode when they had a whole bunch of people in motorcycles coming out, and the South Park citizen folk, they were all like furious at the loud noises, and then some of them were also like into it, so they were like going and joining the bike gangs, but they all kept saying like, yeah, they're testing the waters, they're bisexuals, you know.
I kind of feel like I did see that.
And so when you said we bike, it always reminds me of like bisexuals.
Is South Park the greatest animated like cartoon?
It might be.
Adult
I would
cartoon.
say that
at least?
over The Simpsons. How long they been on?
I'm not
I mean,
fan of
the
Simpsons.
length don't matter.
Do it though.
Some, but not the entirety of it. The thing is just like, yeah, Simpsons is great, and the greatest is very subjective. But South Park is the shit, man. I don't know.
really want to say Boondocks.
Yeah, I was
they
about to
just
say
ain't got
for me it's
enough.
both.
I'm about to say I
Seasons.
gotta go with Young Dev talking about the Simpsons though. Like
You fuck with the
real-
Simpsons?
Simpsons is real. Like it's a strong competition, but I fuck with South Park a little bit more. I'm not saying
I like South Park. Me personally, I
Yeah, I'm
do
more of
too.
a South
if we're throwing animation, you know me, I'm gonna throw One Piece in, but that's just what we happen to be talking about right now.
I would say Family Guy over the Simpsons, and I don't think
Ugh.
One Piece count. That's like a different category.
You literally
I
said
feel like
animated.
Family Guy is,
It's
I mean,
animated, but that's still different.
It's
The
name.
Simpsons is so much more relevant than Family Guy. Family Guy is just hilarious as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Whole bunch of idiocracy, whatever. But the Simpsons done
That's because
predicted
you're
events and
you're
shit.
into the conspiracies. That's why you.
I
like
mean,
the
I'm
Simpsons.
just saying it's more in touch with reality than a lot of these other shows for it to be animated.
Or maybe The Simpsons is living in an alternate universe parallel to ours, and that's why they're able to make so many predictions.
They always say the Simpsons do be making a lot of predictions, and it kind of make me want to watch the show.
Low key.
But nah, I never did it. I just couldn't do it.
You guys ever heard of the law of numbers?
No.
Some insurance shit. Basically, the larger the numbers that you're using to test something, the more accurate it's probably going to be.
So since they have so many episodes,
Seasons. That's why.
I think that's they've just gone through so many ideas. They have to eventually hit real life shit.
Bro, with these motherfucking memes, they be like niggas be in the same color, same outfit.
same perspective and point of view on the shot.
Right, literally.
Okay, so when these famous people go out in the streets, there's a single camera on them, so you're only gonna get one angle, or you're gonna get multiple angles from that
You
person,
definitely gonna get multiple.
and you can match them.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's still a stretch though.
You guys are stretching it.
Like you gotta find the right angle with the person doing a similar stance. You know, it still has to happen. You know what I'm saying? The main thing I get from that though is that we need to just keep doing hella podcast episodes, so we'll always have a
Here, you like conspiracy theories.
Talk
How about
about
this
whatever.
theory? What if Simpsons is so powerful and influential that real life propaganda recognizes The Simpsons as an opportunity? Like, hey, we need to copy this. It'll get some words. Like, Simpsons gets paid to do something ahead of time, so that way it can be done in the future.
I wouldn't put it past you.
That's pretty smart actually.
Anything is possible.
I'm coming up with the stupidest shit, and y'all, you guys are going with it.
Anything is possible.
Because I mean,
I don't believe the shit
Illuminati
I'm saying.
Why not? Like do something in a fictitious, satirical, even medium, and then really do it in real life so it don't seem real. I mean, I'm sure the powers that be, if I believed in that sort of thing, that would make sense.
You realize some of these predictions are like decades ahead.
So
That's just,
Which is all the more reason why it's not just consequential. You know what I'm saying? It's like niggas don't forget about this shit. Nobody was paying that much attention to begin with.
you don't think Trump?
But you got these.
Trump remembers when he was on Home Alone. Trump remembers when he was on The Simpsons.
Yeah.
He's not gonna let anyone forget
What's your point, Lois?
that he's gonna copy them if he had the chance. You know he wants the attention.
So you saying that, for example, Trump would copy something he saw on The Simpsons in order to?
Because his people thought it would increase his ratings.
You think so?
Higher ratings, more money. I don't know.
Do you think so?
No, I don't think so. I'm just coming up with these ideas, and I'm just going with them. You know me.
Okay, because I don't think so.
Because
It all could be, but no, I don't think so.
the reason I think I'm coming up with it, and I might be accurate, is because I live in parallel worlds myself in my head. You know, like I'm that kind of dumbass who does that. But that's probably why it's easy for me to see that The Simpsons really probably are in a parallel universe with us.
All right. Ask the cast. Hit us, Ace.
Yo.
I just got so fucking thirsty. Like, I don't know what the fuck just hit me.
Oh, Thursday. Nah, it's probably drinks. But so there was a young lady who's in a relationship, seeing her guy, for 6 months, right? The young lady's best friend done had a couple conversations with the boyfriend, and what? I'm telling it wrong? Why don't you tell it? Why don't you tell it? Huh? This is what I remember. So, then I had a couple conversations or whatever, and the best friend buys the boyfriend a candle. She's basically saying that, like, she just remembered in conversation that he likes this particular type of candle. Is this inappropriate or not?
Oh shit! When you asked it, the girl's best friend is most likely a girl.
Right.
Like, I'm really thinking about it in my position when, like, I got my female best friend and I'm gonna get her boyfriend a candle. Fuck that. Hell no, I'm not. Why would I? And you all know my history. Fuck that.
I disagree because that makes more sense.
To try? No, I'm at a point where I'm over that now. But
I would get. I mean, it's a candle, so that makes it weird. But a dude getting a dude a gift is less sexual pretense to it
of course.
than the female best friend getting her girlfriend.
But would I know?
Boyfriend, nah, bro. Girl buying buying a boy
is
weird.
Yeah, that's weird. Yes, I can agree with that. Yes, but like but a guy doing it for another guy,
it's weird. It's a candle.
It's weird. Yes, but would the guy do it? No, no.
So my answer to that though is still,
unless the guy's gay.
It depends on the type of person the best friend is. If you are a gift giving ass nigga and like I just know you do this for people. Like that's your nature, then I wouldn't think anything of it. But if this is out of character for you, you out here just buying niggas candles.
My question:
you just paying attention to my significant other interests? Get the fuck out of here!
Did you buy
me one in the same situation? You know what I'm saying? Like, did you buy me one in this case? That would be
why
my
it gotta
first
be
question.
that way?
Because if you bought,
what if you're not interested in candles?
Me and my girlfriend. If you bought both of us candles, I'm not gonna think nothing of it.
Right, because you thought of both of us collectively.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying?
Not just one person.
But he said he's into candles. It's the boyfriend. So yeah, the boyfriend said he's into candles. Or the best friend and the boyfriend had a conversation about candles. Maybe like, oh, you need to try out this candle or something.
Right.
And it's not for both of y'all. It's a conversation me and him had.
Right. That's what I was about to say. I'm not feeling that type of way. I really hate that it's a candle because a candle
is sensual.
You know, it brings so many different ideas.
That's why it's perfect, honestly. Because it's not overtly sexual.
Right. But yeah.
But what are you doing?
Right. I would prefer it to be a more inanimate object.
This reminds me of Pulp Fiction. Have anybody seen that movie?
Yeah.
It's the part where the two assassins, John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson, walking down the hall, and they talking about where this one guy gave
the foot massage.
The foot massage. It's like, yeah, it's not overtly sexual, but you wouldn't give me a foot massage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know what you're doing when
Exactly
you give a
that.
foot massage. Like, you know what the undertones are. And so, you know. So how do y'all feel?
Why do it even got to be sexual pretenses?
Right, why
Like,
not?
y'all completely not even considering the girlfriend in this equation or nothing. I don't care if it's guy, girl, guy. You gotta ask about shit like that.
Don't be
At
getting
least check
nobody
the
a
temperature.
gift.
Yo, check the temperature.
Actually,
the
yeah,
temperature.
yeah. If you
There's
had
no
like,
consideration for the partner.
if you had asked your best friend, yo, he liked that candle. I'm gonna just get this shit for him randomly. Like, you don't with no plans to give anything to the bestie. If you run it by her, I guess that's fine.
Just throw it out there that you're gonna do it and see what the reaction might be. You don't even got to directly ask. Yo, we was talking about the candle the other day. I'm thinking about getting him one. I think I'm gonna go get him one. I saw him at TJ Maxx.
It was cheap.
Like, whatever. Y'all don't mention it to the partner? You don't know?
Honestly, Grizo, I'm thinking like if this was me and you and me and your girl had a conversation.
Bro, my girl loves candles. You can see it from our apartment. If you just showed up with a candle, I'd be like, yo.
Would you really?
Yes.
Would you really?
Yes. I'm like, me and they gonna be nothing for real. But in my mind, I'd be like, yo, they didn't even like tell me you was coming with one. You ain't
the
tell
funny
me
thing
you thought
is,
about it.
That would be weird.
I ain't gonna like.
bro,
I'm not
why
a
you just bring
candle
a
buying.
candle, bro?
I
You
wouldn't
ain't
just
no
bring a nigga girl a candle, but like you my bro. So if I like just if me and Chelsea, if me
anybody-
and old girl had a conversation about it, I don't think I would think anything of it, bro. I don't think I would.
And
You
you
know
know
you
you gotta
no
get
candle
permission.
buying ass nigga. You know?
I'm not a candle buying ass nigga, but again, if I don't know if that makes it
I'm
better
out-
or worse,
if
but
I'm
I would do
out
it.
And I'm buying candles, like, nah. My girlfriend over there. But nah, like, okay, so I'm thinking if I was to buy her best friend a candle, I think the dynamics is definitely different because it's male and female. Like, it's a female buying a dude a whole gift. Baby got something to say? She hit. Yeah. Come through.
Slide the thing over here.
Okay, so
Go ahead.
so take the candle out of it, right? Like, what if me and your girlfriend we talking, you and I overhear her say, "Oh, I like these roses," and then I'm like, "Oh, I was in Kroger and I picked up these roses for your lady."
Can you talk into the mic a little bit more?
Roses.
Oh, I was at Kroger and I picked up these roses for your lady.
Roses are so overtly romantic. Don't buy.
But they
you
just
better not
flowers.
ever. Nobody better not ever buy my girl roses
But they
besides
just
her dad.
flowers.
No.
Anybody would just get anybody else flowers.
No.
I mean, Kroger got discount flowers. They be $6.
No.
At the
$5.
same time, if both of
They
them
just
have
flowers,
a
right?
interest in flowers,
Flowers
like a
ain't just
specific
flowers.
ass interest in flowers, like they having massive ass conversations about the shit, I probably still wouldn't think nothing of it.
Nah, I see. I was with the candles. I think that's some ambiguous shit. Flowers, roses.
It's all inappropriate.
I don't give a fuck what color rose, nigga. And some of them shits are supposed to be like have meaning of friendship. Do not give my girl an orange rose, a green rose, a blue rose. No,
not a red
do not
rose.
give my nigga. No, nah. Don't give my shorty a rose, bro.
I was in Kroger and I thought about you, so I got you. No.
Nah,
So
bro.
that was the context of the letter, right? The couple had been dating for 6 months, and the best friend overheard him mention he liked this specific type of candle randomly in Bath and Body Works, and was like, "Oh, I thought of him, and I bought this candle."
Now that was about to be the twist that I was going to add to it. What if it's a specific scent that the boyfriend said that he likes, and then old girl just happened to be in Bath and Body Works, as you said, I'm just buying candles, and I happen to see the one that I just spoke to this person about yesterday, the seasonal rare joint that's only out here
You still got
for February.
You still gotta run it by the significant other. Like, yo, hey,
Call you.
look, I happen to get this fucking candle.
Especially if that's your best friend.
Right, exactly. Like, yo, I can't imagine myself getting like my best friend's girl like anything. Like,
No, because it's weird.
yeah,
It's inappropriate.
And I think it's weird the other way around too. If a girl got another, yeah, it's you really got to run it by your bestie first. Like, yo, man.
And you know what's weird though? Honestly,
You had to get up.
if you or you got like my girl something, if any one of y'all got my girl something, unless it's roses, I wouldn't think anything of it. I truly don't think I would. I truly don't think I would. And I'm not the type of guy that would do that, like do that to y'all girl. But if you did it to me, I really don't think. Again, don't get roses because that's just fucking wild. But y'all have a discussion and it's like some background behind it. You just show up with a candle one day though, like that's weird. But if y'all had a convo, I can understand that.
So there is a part two to this question, right? So the friend told her about the candle, as I said, right? And the girlfriend was like, so why would you do that, right? I don't think that's okay. And the friend was like, what's the problem? I was just being thoughtful. It's just a gift. But what is the purpose of you buying this gift for my significant other of only 6 months who you, as my best friend, maybe only met twice?
Is it less weird or more weird if the best friend gets the gift and gives it to the girlfriend to give to the boyfriend? More or less weird?
Less weird.
Less?
Yeah, less weird.
It's more weird because you didn't get me anything.
Nobody has ever gotten me a gift to give to my girl.
Hey, yo, get this and give me Because as my friend, where's my candle? I'm your friend. Why you didn't get me a candle at Bath and Body Works? We were supposed to be here together. Yeah. Why you thinking about my man?
Because you wasn't looking. You didn't just tell me that you was looking for the pumpkin spice scent.
You my friend. You know what candles I like. Why you worried about my man and not me?
I mean, that's assuming that the friend likes candles and the
maybe
the
she
man don't.
Right. What if
like I was literally out for candles specifically, and your man just told me that he liked candles. I know historically you don't. My bad that I didn't get you shit on a candle only run.
Inappropriate fact because I just dropped off a Bath and Body Works candle in this house.
What?
So. If we talking about the Bath and Body Works candle sale, because that's what this is, all women love that sale. All women have favorite candles. Why you buying my boyfriend?
The boyfriend had the not the girls.
So would it not be weird though? Either way,
yeah,
still weird.
Yeah, we all agree it's weird.
If you
need to get her a gift. Like, it's no way around.
You don't get him
both of us a gift. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, specifically to what their significant other likes. I think so. So you don't feel left out. But you just getting somebody else a gift that you probably met only twice, and you just thinking about my nigga or my girl. Like,
yeah, why is you thinking about it?
What are you thinking? What are you even doing? You supposed to be my best friend, but you thinking about my nigga or my girl? You're weird.
Calm your pants
I would just think that my friend is being thoughtful.
No.
Because where's my gift?
Get your own nigga. Get your own girl. Be thoughtful for them. You crossing the line. And then you didn't even ask me.
Actually, with these answers, I think TZ might be the most genuine person here. He might have the least intentions behind his actions.
I agree, and I still would have a problem with it.
Yes. Correct, because we have probably ulterior intentions with our actions. But I'm saying it's just like it's weird.
And because other people have ulterior motives sometimes. That's why it sounds even more worse.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let me also add one more layer to this question. Flip it, and it's the boyfriend getting the best friend a gift.
And the best friend is a girl?
I'm killing you.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's dead.
Wait, huh?
No, that's crazy.
You saying the best friend...
That's crazy.
Well, now it's crazy.
No, that's crazy.
So wait.
Why would I ever...
So, my girlfriend got my best friend
The boyfriend is at Bath and Body Works, and he said, yo, I remember your best friend said she really liked this candle. I'm going to get this one for her. You know what I'm saying? Who's to say whether or not he got you one? Let's assume.
I actually think that's less weird. Because if my girlfriend telling me like, yo, she's telling me like
only because it's a dude though. That's the only reason why I think it's less weird. No. 2 women, I feel like is different.
You have to take the gender out of it. The gender does not matter.
I feel like the gender do matter because if
I don't think it matters
for a girl, he'd be like, oh, that's so thoughtful. You did that for my friend.
Nah,
you gotta run that by
matters.
her first though, so it's not weird and it's not. I'm trying to be sneaky, trying to go behind your back, just get your friend a candle.
You can't convince me that the boyfriend not trying to fuck the best friend if he give her a candle. You cannot convince me.
He probably is, or is this a nice gesture? It's probably a nice gesture.
So Kanye just bought Julia Fox a Birkin bag, and everybody who was on her little birthday shindig with her, he bought all her friends Birkin bags as well. Is this not the same thing? Is he trying to fuck all the friends?
Because he has the means to do it.
Not the same.
And I wouldn't be surprised if he was trying to fuck her friends. Would that be so
He's
out
naive.
of belief?
He can do what he wants. Yay, right? Yeah, yay.
Yay. Julia Fox, a model, got model friend.
I don't think it's about the fact that he's yay or the money though, because a candle isn't expensive either. It's about the gesture.
Exactly.
It's about
for the gesture.
I
so
could
he got
do
everybody a Birkin bag for the gesture.
So then buy all of us candles.
That's what I was
Like I say, yes, you got to treat everybody equally.
Now, if my girl specifically out here, like, yo, I'm gonna go out to the mall. Come with me. I'm getting your best friend a candle. That's weird. There better be an upcoming reason. Is his birthday coming up?
But if you going out your way
I couldn't think of shit.
If you going out your way to do it, that's why it's kind of weird. Like,
yeah, no.
I'm gonna go to the mall and get you a candle.
I'm trying to think of ways that could be weird because I really don't think that's as weird as the first example.
Can y'all explain to me again why a boyfriend getting the best friend a candle is less weird? Because that is the utmost. I'm trying to get something popping with your best friend.
Because I think what was brought up is like the boyfriend's doing this with his girlfriend to get his girlfriend a candle. I mean, to get his girlfriend's best friend a candle.
No, but he's by himself.
No, that was what was added.
I was saying that he definitely ran it by the girlfriend. So he's saying, yo, I'm in Bath and Body Works. I see this candle your best friend was talking about. Is it okay if I get it? You know what I'm saying? Or I don't even want to say asking for permission, but he definitely ran the shit by her.
I'm thinking about Green again and him saying like, yo, I should call him. I think it's weirder if I call you now. Like, I got to get permission to do this thing.
You don't got to get permission.
Look, if you
gotta
think,
tell me
yeah.
you're doing it. Give me a heads up.
Somebody else may interpret it a different way.
And now I'm back to maybe I should just give it to Green and get to his girl. But now it's more weird. It's so weird. It's so weird.
If you're questioning it, it's probably weird.
Can you say that again?
I said you would just phrase it different. I found this candle here. You can give it to him versus giving all that backstory. It's weird. You just don't do it. Keychain.
I agree. I think you just have to find a non-sexual gift, and it cannot be weird.
Like, look, bro, I just finished jerking off and shaving, and then thought of your girl, and I got her this gift. Here.
Not jerking off. Is the thing that makes it weird the fact that it's only been 6 months?
No, to me, it's completely the candle. It's completely the candle.
It's the item in the thought.
Is it
I was
weird?
also saying that if it's some other inanimate object, like, yo, I bought your girl a Starbucks coffee or some shit.
What about this? What about this? Because this is innocent or it could not be. Pink lighters. You don't see pink lighters at every gas station. Sometimes you got to buy the pack just to get a pink lighter. But you talk to a girl, she's a smoker, she's part of the crew. She like pink lighters. You saw when you get it for her. I don't think that's weird. No. It's a lighter. It's a lighter. But a candle, that's different. A lighter, I found this lighter. I know you like this color. It's rare. Boom.
No, the fact that you said that you knew specifically it was pink, it's like you thought about it and remembered specifically, yeah, her favorite color was pink, so I got that specifically for
That's
her.
not fair, though. That's not fair, because I happen to remember stupid-ass details like that, even if I don't give a shit about you.
But somebody will interpret that like, oh, so you thought about her, so you just got her that?
Fuck you if you interpret it that way. I got her the fucking lighter.
But that's insensitive. Because you just don't care about what I think.
I do care about what you think, but you're turning into something that is not. And I'm letting you know that.
See, it's causing problems.
Exactly.
I just think people are just...
Causing problems.
What's the word I'm looking for? People are just uncomfortable and they just can't trust people. That's what it really comes down to.
Insecure.
Insecure. That's what
Insecure.
it is. People are insecure and that's why they can't handle stuff like that.
But is it a valid insecurity?
It is if they have past trauma or it's just somebody who... depends on who they're dealing with, I feel like. If you know this person has past history or you may get a vibe that, oh, he's on some sneaky stuff, then yes.
But apparently, if it's a nigga like Kanye who has the means to get you and all your friends shit, it's okay.
No, it's still weird, but I'm gonna take the gift.
Of course, because it's a Birkin.
Right.
You profiting.
And I didn't even have to ask for it. He just gave it to me.
I feel like nobody's really considering like the trustworthiness of your best friend. I don't feel like we've discussed that enough. Because for me, that's the whole thing. Like, I don't think any of y'all will fuck my girl. That's why I don't think I would think anything of it. And maybe I'm super secure or I'm just an idiot that will let niggas hang with my best friends hang with my girl because I just don't think that they would ever do it. But nah, bro, I wouldn't think anything of it. You get her a fucking, again, not roses, but you get her a candle. I might be able to understand that.
What
Just
if
don't
you
make
get
it like
her
a sensual, like a sexual. A what?
An iPhone. Who is buying an iPhone?
No,
Did he
chill.
get it for free?
Yeah, it was an extra. It was a free phone. I added an extra line. I had an extra one.
Nah,
I'm telling your girl, she might need a phone.
Look,
I seen her screen cracked or whatever.
it
You
was
know what I
cracked.
mean?
I know you've been complaining that you can't communicate with her
Talk
as
about her phone,
often.
though. Here you go.
Here, you can talk to her some more.
To get her a phone that you got for free is one thing. To
And
add
put it
a
on your line?
to, line to your plan is nuts.
Hey, that phone doesn't have to be part of my line.
Nah, I might think you want to fight me if you do that. Why don't you like me, bro? What's your beef?
why don't you like me? That's the first question.
Oh, wow. That is hilarious. All right. We're going to end on that, though.
Wait, a random question, because I heard it brought up. At what point is an insecurity not valid?
Can you expound on that question?
Well, because we were talking about, like, you know, is this a valid insecurity? Like, I was wondering, so when is an insecurity invalidated?
I feel like an insecurity is invalidated when somebody hasn't even given you any opportunity or any reason to think that you would do anything sneaky.
That's someone else telling you that it's not valid. I'm trying to find out if insecurity is actually valid or not. Like, on, you know, whether it's true or not based off of someone's opinion.
I'm going to try to quote you, Green. Please correct me on this quote. You said something like, people's feelings are valid, but their perceptions or something is not. Oh man, what did you say?
Probably subjective.
I remember the gist of the quote was, a person can feel how they want, but what they do with those feelings is where we have to, like,
address it.
Yeah, that could be invalid. So you can your insecurity is valid. How you deal with that insecurity and exude that insecurity, that's where it's like, all right, now we got to address validness and invalidness. Like, you fucking wilding, or you accusing me of things, or whatever the fuck. I understand that you're insecure about the many things anybody can be insecure about, but bitch, keep it to yourself. That's what I got from what Green told me.
Okay.
That's pretty much the gist of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, that's insensitive. Jeez.
I mean,
now it's like you
I
can't.
think it's part way insensitive,
You can't
but for the most
express
part, it's
yourself.
real.
But you can't express yourself. And
That-
now you look crazy for expressing yourself. For how you feel?
That's what I'm saying.
I was
Part-
gonna say,
you
I
can't
fuck
express
with
yourself.
all of it.
But how you express yourself is in different forms. So if you want to bring it up and have a conversation about it, that's considered
That's
the mature,
valid.
appropriate way to express yourself. If you want to go more behavioral and you
Just
saw this, so
slamming
you want to
doors
smash
and
my
shit.
car and slam doors
Yeah.
and argue.
that's different.
No, it's not different. That's a behavior. That part makes it invalid. But no, I'm not invalidating your feelings. We can talk about your feelings. But for you to just go off
And
and you know who I
things,
am,
yeah.
you know me, but you going off of what you perceived without talking to me, that's when it be like,
Oh, that's
you
wrong.
doing too much.
That's
what we talking about.
Yeah. Okay. That's
Yeah.
Like I said, you gotta control your
I interpreted
behavior
it wrong. Okay.
unless I gave you reason.
Right.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
even reason don't give you the cause to just bust my windows, flatten my tires.
Nah, but at least I know how we got here.
that don't make it
Don't make it right, but at least I know how we got here.
crazy.
Classic.
You can ask God at the pearly gates of heaven as many questions as you want. Only stipulation is you take a shot for every question you ask, and you stay that drunk the entire time you're in heaven.
What? Okay. So do I want to be in heaven lit? Now that adds a real crazy wrinkle. Okay.
Unlimited time, bro.
Okay. Well, one thing I would ask for, I don't know if this is how you meant the question, but this is what I would do. God, Can I have the ability to replay my life and watch it from a third person perspective? I mean, from a bird's eye perspective.
You're not getting any answers, so that was a waste. Right now.
If I can ask God for things, this is what I'm asking. Just ask if you. I don't know if it's questions or 4 things, but asking for something is a question, so I'm using it. All right. God. Can I say, please give me the ability to time travel?
It's not a question.
Now I'm thinking, if I say, can you give me the ability to time travel? He may just answer my question.
Say no.
Or say yes, and then I still don't get the time travel. And now I'm thinking, did I ask the question correctly last time? Like, yes, I could do that, but I'm not granting wishes, nigga. I'm not a genie. Okay, but if I had to ask something, okay. Where did I go wrong?
That's a go.
You gotta take a shot, sir. Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. I'm sorry. And I'm lit. This whole lit in heaven. Now I'm like, should I just keep asking questions?
You're like, how lit do you want to be in heaven?
Last question I would ask God, because I only want to ask him 3. Or 4, I guess. This is definitely 4, right?
This is your 3rd one. If you ask him this...
Oh, because I never asked him about time travel. Because he's not a genie, so I skipped. No. Because he might just answer the question. I might have wasted my first question, honestly.
I told you that.
What's the purpose of this shit?
Get you drunk. Oh, is that your question?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking God. Like, what's the purpose of this shit? You don't even need to fill me up again. That's it.
You good? All right. Cheers.
I'm sorry.
Nah, it's better that he does that.
I was like, this one might be the one.
It's better that he does that than throw up on the
I'm gonna come back to that. Don't nobody drink that.
Oh, please just toss it, bro.
I'm gonna drink it.
Okay.
It's only my backwash.
Ah, damn.
You started recording?
Yeah, I was already recording.
Brendan Fraser. I'm glad he's not in movies anymore. That nigga was the worst.
You sound like such a hater.
He was part of my first childhood scare. Like, remember, I don't know if I think I shared this with you guys. The first movie to actually give me a scare, like I was scared, shitless, was The Mummy.
Oh, really?
And it wasn't even a horror movie.
I was actually scared of that movie too.
Like I literally remember hiding behind the theater seats. Like I'm not watching this right now. And I got back up and finished watching it, but god damn, that was scary as a kid. And I watched The Exorcist.
I think the scariest thing for me as a kid was probably Saw.
Saw,
that shit was crazy.
Never
He
saw
was
it.
really torturing people and had people tied up, cutting people like stomach. Like, nah, that shit is sick.
It's actually funny. That one I remember seeing with my family on Christmas. And we also went to go see fucking Hannibal one year on Christmas. I don't like scary movies, and my family do, and they be like dragging me along. But I remember I went to sleep in Hannibal because I was like, bro, I'm not about to watch this nigga eat people. Like, I'm not doing it. Like, y'all on some other shit. But yeah, definitely Saw as well. And it was the first one where the nigga was chained in the fucking bathroom the whole time.
I could see Saw getting you.
That was fucked up.
Not like him grabbing you, but like that genre of movie, like you disliking.
Yeah, being bound and tortured is like my biggest fear in real life. So that Saw shit definitely strike a nerve with me. All right.
We trike.
Ah, damn. I said I was going to put the honorable mentions drop in. I ain't shit. Honorable.
Did that knock out the mic? Oh, no, it's back. All right.
Mentions.
All right. So first up with the honorable mentions, Russia and Ukraine got a beef going on. I don't know the deets, but apparently nuclear warfare may be afoot.
So I guess real quick, little bit of the deets. Russia believes part of Ukraine has always been a part of Russia, and some Ukrainians also in those areas also believe that. So I guess they're trying to take over those states, let's call them, those parts of the Ukraine. And before this war even happened, Russia was saying they were deploying military in the outskirts of the Ukraine, saying, you know, we're just being careful, we're defending ourselves. And then this happened, and it really is just all for.
So is Russia justified?
I think I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. I don't know all the history.
Because that would be the first time I've heard that, and I think that would be really interesting if they actually had a reason to be there and not just on some like war shit. Because I just assumed they really didn't give a fuck because they Russian.
Fuck that shit. I'm gonna give you some Ecuadorian history. So Ecuador used to be a lot bigger than it used to be, than it is right now. The only reason it's as small as it is right now is because Peru thought Ecuador had petroleum in its land. They thought they were justified. They had a whole war. They won, and they took the land. They ain't get shit though. They just got land. And that's just people think they're just creating justifications for whatever they want to do. It's just people with power.
So how were we gonna get bombed? Am I just making shit up when I?
You know, we weren't getting bombed.
So that was never on the table.
That was a threat if niggas got involved. Like y'all don't want these problems. Y'all don't want the smoke. Like keep the fuck over there. Stay the fuck out of what we got going on over here, or else.
Which is why they only place like sanctions on like the billionaires or like the big people in Russia. We didn't do anything military, but they did all the financial stops.
Did it not hear that Russia had put like nuclear something close enough or at a point where it would be close enough to actually shoot at us? Am I making that up? Because
I think that
was just watching.
I think that was North Korea or something. Okay.
That was but that was years ago or a year ago. Because I remember that as well.
I think that was recent. Yeah.
Okay, so I thought that was happening like right now with the Russia-Ukraine shit. I thought that Russia had, I don't know how it works, put some nuclear somethings within a place that could reach America if they decided to bomb us. But that also might have just been part of it.
What y'all gonna do if we get bombed?
I'm dying. What the fuck you want me to do?
I'm gonna stop the bomb.
Look,
obviously.
Hell nah.
I ain't got no powers.
I'm gonna put my fucking head between my legs, nigga.
Nah, for real, like
I'm gonna shoot it with some love.
I love Georgia on God, but I just feel like I don't see why no place would take us out.
I just said that though. I said the opposite. If let's say Russia decided to bomb us and they decided to do like 3 major cities in America: New York, LA, Atlanta.
I was thinking that same thing.
Why not?
When 9/11 happened, they went after New York, so it's like they're gonna go after.
I don't even think they would do Atlanta. Probably
yeah,
New York, LA, Chicago.
But then you saw the tanks going in on the trains, and it was like deploying out. So it's like I think
but
they
that
would
was
come
a
after
lot of
us.
different places. It wasn't just in Atlanta.
Oh.
They mobilizing shit.
Maybe. I mean, maybe Chicago, but I don't think Atlanta is so far fetched.
I think it is.
My whole thing is with
Georgians
with
are self-destructive.
wars and anything, like, you know, why the fuck y'all bombing us? Like, none of us ain't do shit to y'all. You know what I'm saying? We can't do anything. We don't.
That's
really
literally what anyone getting bombed is saying to
Right.
Right.
But we don't have no say in what the fuck the government doing, like, for real.
Yeah, we don't.
Like,
Nah, but it means something. You know what I mean? To bomb niggas in a major city.
And you guilty by association. You elected the niggas who doing this shit. So yeah, we got beef with them, but you picked these niggas.
And we gang,
As far
gang,
as they
gang.
see it,
We
yeah.
gang, bro.
It's
We all
times like
American.
these where it makes you realize, yo, voting is important. You put them people there. And those are the people that I was just complaining about. It's just stupid men with power.
Yeah.
I don't feel like we are the only ones that put them there. It's other shit.
I mean, they keep themselves there, but we
It's
definitely help.
Like, I'm not saying which elections were rigged or anything like that, but bro, it's definitely a way to navigate through that shit. to get a desired outcome.
Oh, I know, I agree with you. But from the outside perspective, and obviously 50% of us didn't vote for the nigga, but from the outside perspective, y'all, all 100% of y'all picked this nigga.
Mm-hmm.
This is y'all nigga. Y'all gotta ride and die with this nigga.
I don't know. I don't blame terrorists for bombing places. I mean, that sounds crazy, but I don't think that it's a matter of y'all all didn't vote for him or y'all did vote for him. Like, this is y'all leader. He represents y'all. I got beef with y'all. Y'all gotta catch it. If I bomb New York, LA, Atlanta, he gonna feel it.
So I heard that Trump was saying like what he was doing is justified, and like he agreed with it kind of. So it's
with
like,
who?
With Putin, yeah.
for sure.
So if Trump was still president, will we be having these issues? Will we really even be worried about getting bombed or World War III happening?
And so we're only involved because we supposed to be like defending Ukraine, right?
Nah, that's why we not involved. We can't defend them.
They're not part of NATO.
So what do we care about this?
We care only because of what it gives Russia, which not nothing significant, but just the fact that they're making this type of move or play. And in the U.S.'s mind, there's a fucking world police.
I'm about to say, America wants to be everybody's police officer and tell everybody what the fuck to
senseless
do.
people for no reason.
They can't do shit.
Killing kids.
They said they're not going to do shit. They said they absolutely not.
Yeah, I guess if that's the case, yeah. But I was gonna say it's not just America. It's like all the countries that are involved. Like they're all putting sanctions on, like the Russian billionaires and all of that.
True.
And so it's like it's a collective.
But it's a collective when you have NATO and all that, and who runs most of it and who has the bigger influence is the United States. Carries the most weight, has the biggest fucking stick.
Are we supposed to defend?
I think we only have the biggest stick. I think that's the only thing we got.
Yeah, because
I just said, are we supposed to defend these people? Do these people expect us to defend them?
Ukraine? No.
The other world, the rest of the world.
So Europe, yes. So anybody who's part of NATO, if any part of NATO, an inch of their soil gets attacked, they all have to attack to defend them. So we're obligated to defend all the other countries that are in NATO. So we're obligated to defend like half, if not more, of Europe. We're obligated to defend Japan. Japan can't even have a standing army. We demanded it after Hiroshima and all that. They can't have a stand. So we're obligated to defend them.
If that's the case, then Ukraine being the largest country in Europe, they're not part of NATO.
No, so that's what all this is about.
Oh, they actually, yeah, you're right. They used to be part of USSR.
Yeah, the boring history is that Russia don't want them to become one. They don't qualify to become part of NATO. But recently, NATO said within a couple years, we would like y'all to come into the fold if y'all meet the criteria. And that's what set Russia off, because they said, no, we told y'all a long time ago that they absolutely cannot become part of NATO.
Why do we care again?
Why do we care about what? The Ukraine part?
Yeah, any of this. Russia and Ukraine.
Just because we don't like Russia.
We don't want to get bombed.
Making moves. Just the same reason we don't want China doing shit over there. And it's like, we don't want y'all moving.
We don't want them getting bigger.
Yeah. It's just a competition. It's really just a competition.
You know what Vladimir's go-to sex line is?
Let me put it in.
Bite the pillow. I'm putting it in.
So, in news we all care about, Tory and Megan have developed. Take it away, Ace. I honestly don't know what the fuck
Jennifer
happened.
Zulu.
Do you know what happened? So, am I to believe that Tory was exonerated?
Their trial was postponed to April.
Yeah, to April 5th. But yeah, he did pay
So
his
we could
bail.
wait.
He got out of there. And apparently, like, DNA was found and, like, his DNA was not on a gun. But then everybody was saying that it was false because nothing came out because the trial didn't even happen because it was postponed to April 5th. So that's why DJ Academics, Megan Thee Stallion, and Tory Lanez, they all beefing on the internet talking about these facts and this and that. But it's like, it's just a whole lot of.
Who's richer out of all of them?
Huh?
Who's the richest out of all of them?
My guess would be Meg Thee Stallion.
She gonna win. That's my guess. Go ahead.
But then again,
I feel like Tory might be richer.
I was gonna say only because he's independent.
He been in the game for a minute too.
Yeah.
I think that's why.
That's the only reason I say.
But I mean, she's been like mainstream.
She's definitely hot, but
That mainstream money is
she ain't
different.
even been getting no money from her record label. That's why
But
she
she
was
got
doing her
sponsorship
record label.
with like Nike and all them.
She definitely got some extra gigs and shit.
Yeah, my guess would be Megan.
But it was basically, it started with, I think Megan posted
I mean, if she
Tory
actually got
Lanez.
shot, I hope she wins. But
she had posted Tory Lane's messages, and it would show like he was just apologizing to her, so apologetic, but it was like he flipped it as like, yo, I was just apologizing because I smashed you and your friend. But it was like, no, you was talking to me and my friend talking about trying to keep us quiet because you really shot me. Like, why are you trying to lie right now? So he switched the narrative, and he was just trying to prove his innocence. Like, yo, I really did not do this. Like, it's crazy that you tried to do that to me, though. But
I heard that they found definitively that she didn't get shot. She had bullet fragments in her foot. So her whole thing is he shot me. And
so basically, she got shot at.
Right. So what I heard, somebody was telling me that maybe it's not directly she was shot, but the gun maybe was pointed.
Or somebody was shooting at her feet.
Yeah, and it's like maybe something
I
ricocheted.
don't think anybody shooting at her feet. They shot at the ground on some drunk shit, some bullshit, and it just happened to ricochet and hit her feet. I don't think the attempt was, hey, shoot her feet. The attempt was, it's the ground. Oh shit! I don't realize that bullets shatter in cement or whatever, and then it just ricocheted and hit her foot at the same time.
What's the lesson from all this?
That Megan's greatest weakness is probably a bullet.
Nigga, don't shoot unless you're trying to kill a motherfucker. Why the fuck is you even playing like that?
Man, with a gun, bro.
The biggest question is she even lying? Like, is any of this true? Because why would she
just
be
feel
so
like
funky about this
with
story?
everything that she got going on career wise, why the fuck would she be lying? Why would she allow this? Because if the world finds out that she's a lie, all these sponsorships and everything that she done gained this year, she losing all of that shit. I just don't see myself, if I'm lying about this shit, still holding on to this shit and still putting it out there in the media. Oh, he shot me, whatever like that.
I could think of a scenario where she would do that.
I must say a bunch of stories of females be lying on niggas all the time.
Yeah, I could think of a scenario.
I just don't think that she would.
I just think how the story's being told is the part that is inaccurate potentially, but I don't think that she's lying.
Maybe, what if she's not lying, but somebody shot toward her feet, and then she ended up with a hole and a wound, and so she didn't feel like it was such a stretch for her to say she got shot in the foot. Maybe it was a fragment, maybe not. And then on top of that, when she found out,
you shooting in my fucking direction.
Cool. Again, so cool. And then once she find out it's not a fragment, hey, I already said I got shot, so I'm gonna stick to it, and I'm getting all this woman support love and just black love, and and I done doubled down on it 3-4 times. So now
again,
once I say it, I gotta stick to it.
If they
that shows
find
commitment.
Out she lying, she's losing all of this money. Not money that she done gained from record sales, money that she done gained from endorsements and business relationships that she done developed. You know what I'm saying? This not just on no music bullshit. This is her fucking livelihood. The only money that she clearly been able to make because her record label ain't been paying her shit. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't see her lying about that shit and risking losing all of that. I just don't see it. She's a college-educated woman, bro.
But I feel like that's all valid, but also I would consider the fact that once she said it and it got so much traction, I think it's it could be really difficult to backtrack on that after you said it. She could do it. That would be honorable if she found out that, I don't know, would it even be...
Right, but what do you think? What do you think she's lying about? Because she never said there was a bullet in my foot, did she? And no one, and by all means, we know she doesn't have a bullet in her foot.
I think she did say that though.
She has bullet fragments, maybe hit her foot, but there's no bullet coming out of her foot. She didn't have to go have surgery on her feet to take a bullet out.
She did have surgery though.
Take a bullet out?
I didn't know about.
But
the
that's what I'm
bullet,
saying. To take a bullet out.
So I'm not saying she's lying, but she could be misrepresenting the truth in that she got shot. She didn't. She got shot at, and a fragment hit her. She also said that Tory.
I got shot and I got shot at.
And so that's where we're having a disagreement in terms of the story, because that's where I say what happened is being misrepresented. I don't even know if you've been shot at. So that's my point. I'm at the point in the story where you were not shot. You were not shot at, but you were hurt by a gun being shot. Because you're assuming she was even being shot at. I'm not even assuming that much.
I'm assuming if you got some bullet fragments and you the bullet was near you.
Yo,
somebody shot in your direction.
I shoot over there. I don't know where the bullet's gonna shatter and go. So that's not me shooting at you.
Okay,
Shit,
that's a possibility.
I'm like, shoot the fuck over here, but I still don't know where the bullet fragment's gonna go.
That's a possibility. Do we also know definitively that old boy shot her? Because that's what I also heard.
Yeah, I don't know who else did it though. I know they making that part seem hard, but I ain't gonna lie, I don't see who else possibly did it for what reason. So I'm sticking with him. He my number one suspect.
I mean, I don't know. I've heard a lot of stories. I heard Bodyguard might have did it. Old girl might have did it. Like, I don't know. I don't know what's true and what's not. How
But why would the bodyguard
valid all this
I
shit
know, why
is.
the bodyguard have to do it?
Not saying that she lied, but how long is it? How long are you backing up your own story until you find out that it's real? How much time would have had to have passed for you to continue telling that lie? Because it's so difficult to just admit that you were wrong.
How much time would have to pass for me to what?
To keep writing that lie.
But it's
Until someone
Like-
calls you out. And
Someone, I mean,
And it's not about time. I said this shit publicly and 1 million people saw it. That might be enough to make a nigga stick. And
And
like
I'm
you
still
said, she got them
technically right.
endorsements.
I'm still technically right. Because even how I'm explaining it,
And you
say,
still
to me, my
technically right.
technicality is
Yeah.
wrong, but you technically are still right. Yo, you shot because you were in a confrontation with me, and I've been hurt by your actions. You can technically say a motherfucker shot you. You technically claim. To me, it's not technically correct, but it's people in the world, and in your interpretation, it still can be the truth. It's just not my truth or how I see it. But
My
it's still
thing is, you pulled that gun out with the intent to shoot something.
Yeah.
You shot in my fucking
Right.
direction. You wasn't accurate. That's a part on your marksmanship, whether or not you was accurate.
But that's where me and you are different on technicality, because I don't know. Maybe he shot what he intended to shoot. I intended to shoot the curve that was to the right of you, and you were standing to the left, and the bullet shattered and went to the left. That's perfect marksmanship. I hit what I aimed for. It wasn't you. But that's the only technicality me and you disagreeing on, because I can't prove that part. But she still was hurt by my actions, which were caused by her. So she still was the cause of my anger and my actions. He shot her.
Can I just say, if this happened the way it all originally looked like, which is very, very damning to Tory Lanez, the nigga's dead wrong. I don't want it to seem like we're trying to defend him. It's just more interesting if he is not the one that did it as we all thought.
Right.
Because it's interesting. It's only more interesting that way. If it's as we all thought, that he's a dirtbag and that's it. It's no interest to that. There's no
whole court case. I want to see all the forensics and everything. What exactly was shot? What was the trajectories? How many fragments? I
who
wanna
had
see
gunpowder
every
on their
fucking thing.
hands.
And that's why it's so weird, because we don't even know what the DNA really, like, what's the DNA really saying? Because this nigga DJ Academics was even talking about, like, yo,
You can't be quoting DJ Academics on this podcast.
Why not?
Because he ain't no source, bro.
He is.
I'm just fucking with you. Go ahead.
Okay.
That nigga ain't no source though, but go ahead.
He not a source, but this is what he was saying. So he was like, you so bothered over my tweeting out facts about the Tory Lane case. Go ask the DA. DNA results was submitted in discovery. Why you care so much what the internet says? Oh, I know. You've been living off a narrative, and it's sad that you made it so where if Tory don't go to jail, you don't win.
Yeah, see, I don't like all that, but
I mean, that's why I don't support DJ Academics.
But you just don't know.
He made it salacious instead of honest.
I know what you're trying to get at, but still, it's a way.
And the thing that makes this all interesting, the only thing that makes this interesting is how little we fucking know. I still don't know how all this time later we just know so few fucking facts.
Because we weren't there.
But bruh, this is two of the biggest artists, dog. Like in a Hollywood Hills type scenario.
Like, we just left the space.
They just left the Kardashians. How do we not know this? This is gonna be on Kim Kardashian. Whatever she just signed recently is gonna be part of that. That's why Kris Jenner was doing all his stories with her and Kanye, because she got the story of a century. Think I'm lying?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians season 18. We about to get the scoop.
I think the only reason we really don't know because everybody involved was black and no snitching, dog. Like, can't nobody say nothing.
But how often do niggas not
part of
snitch?
That's what I said. It's a lot of real niggas involved in this one. That's when we know, yo, y'all all real solid.
True that. But yeah, shout out to everybody involved, or prayers to everyone involved. Hope that Megan's okay. If he didn't do it, I hope he's okay. If he did do it, then I hope you're rotting in misery. Did anybody have any other honorable mentions to get to? You want to talk about this minimum wage or no?
We don't have to.
Hope y'all get that minimum wage. I don't see it though. I'm kind of pessimistic.
Crazy.
Anybody got positives? I ain't got none either. I ain't even about to try and
Shit on us
Hold
for
up.
not having any.
Grizo, you texting or you looking up a positive?
Oh, I ain't looking up no positive.
Come
Ain't
on,
shit
man.
positive out here, B. I live in the dark.
Get paid 3 times in March.
Hey.
What?
Hey, shout out to that. Last day of Black History
Actually?
Month.
I got a bonus, so 4 times.
Ooh, whole lot of gang shit. Yeah, positives. We alive. Still
We alive.
Still living well.
We got these beautiful dogs around us.
What do I say?
Stay black, stay strong.
Stay black, stay strong. Remember, they can't bring you down unless they below you. Loyalty before royalty. The real respond. Pimps up, hoes down.
You know where the fuck you wanna be. Toodles.
Brr.
Hey!
What is this? What you give me? This baby ass shot. Oh, okay. That's an actual shot. Lame man.
30 minutes. We taking like ass gonna be laid
shots on the first one. Try to play me.
I feel like you should give him a big ass shot because he skipped out on like 5 shots.
The first question you had, you were supposed to take 3 shots.
Right.
Twice, actually. Yeah, I ain't letting me. I already forgot what the question was.
I thought I was looking out and this nigga started complaining.
What y'all say? Y'all asked me about stereotypes or something that I think was a myth or something. Like, did George Bush do 9/11?
No, it was like, what conspiracy theories do you believe in?
Exactly. I don't believe in any conspiracy theories. I barely know what that is.
You gotta go inward to experience the outer space that was meant for you. You gotta go inward.
It was like a picture of a little white kid in a spelling bee. They told him to spell inward. and he's like N-I-G-G-R.
You gotta go inward.
I met a celebrity today. Who that?
You met me before.
Ava Marseille.
Who that?
Girl from Housewives or something. She was on American Next Top Model.
What's her name?
Ava Marseille. Oh, it's Eva. Oh. Yes.
Is it just Eva? Because it's weirder when you say her last
Short
name.
hair girl.
Right, yeah. She
The
just.
only top model that I actually know. You.
Was she hot?
Hell yeah, she's fine.
You never seen her in person? I don't like when people say stuff like that to me. What does it mean? I mean, maybe. I don't typically go for the short hair though. Does she have the short hair still?
Yeah, I had them.
I don't usually go for the short hair.
Oh, she has a dread. That's why. I didn't know she had dread.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Like I've been thinking the whole time, what's been happening this week? But oh yeah, we're all about to die. My bad. My bad. That is right.
It's crazy. Is it just me, or do you guys also get random images in your head of like, what if Georgia's the first place Russia decides to bomb? Like, are we in war zone now? Like what would Georgia in a war look like? Let me know when you're ready with the timer. Cool. Alright, Ace, we need you to name 10 weed legal states within 25 seconds. If you don't, it's a shot. Go!
California, Colorado, Washington, New York, Oregon, Florida, Arizona, shit. Explain. I just make niggas up. Fuck, marry, kill. I'll probably marry Mario. Kill me. He did about 2 shows.